What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. And Manchester United lost 2-1 to Brighton last weekend, and they're looking to bounce back by wanting to pick up all 3 points against Liverpool at Old Trafford. Both games in the league last season ended as draws. It was a 0-0 draw at Anfield last season, and at Old Trafford it was a 2-2 draw against Liverpool in the Premier League. But Manchester United did manage to pick up a win in the FA Cup 4-3. What a match that was, with Amad Diallo picking up the winner. But in terms of more head-to-head meetings against Liverpool, Manchester United have just won one of their last 12 Premier League meetings with Liverpool, drawing 5 and losing 6. Their most recent win in the Premier League came at 2-1. They're beating them 2-1 at Old Trafford in their third game of the 2022-2023 campaign. Liverpool have just lost one of their last 6 Premier League away games against Manchester United, winning 2 and drawing 3. Only Manchester City, with 9, have won away at Old Trafford more often than the Reds, with Liverpool picking up 7 in the competition's history. Since Sir Alex Ferguson retired, Manchester United have lost 13 of their 35 Premier League games played in September, with winning 19 and drawing 3, and only losing more often in May since the 2013-2014 season. It's more defeats than they suffered in the month in 76 games under the Scotsman, with him winning 45, drawing 19 and losing 12. Liverpool have won both of their Premier League games 2-0 this season. Twice before, they have won each of their 3 in a campaign without conceding, doing so in the 2013-2014 season and the 2018-2019 season. They beat Manchester United 1-0 on the 1st of September in the third game in the former. And no team has had more shots in the Premier League this season, with 37, while the Reds have also the highest expected goals with 5.3 and the lowest expected goals against with a total of 1 so far. So Liverpool have won both of their opening Premier League games 2-0, with keeping both clean sheets as well, which is great for them. And Liverpool won 2-0 against Ipswich Town, with them bagging 63% possession, and also 2-0 against Brentford at Anfield, with them bagging 63% possession also. So Arne Slot, he likes to play possession-based football. From goal kicks, they like to set up in a 3-3-2-3 formation, which includes the goalkeeper, and then either side of the goalkeeper you've got the 2 centre-backs. The full-backs and the 6 then create a 3 in midfield, and the attacking midfielders occupy the free space in between the lines and drop in between the lines as well. He uses Trent as an inverted fullback role in the build-up, creating more options in the centre, and they like playing through the centre as well when they have ball possession. In the opposition half, he likes to go with a 2-3-5 formation, and he positions the wingers high and wide to try pull apart the back line. The centre forward tries to occupy both centre halves, while the wingers try to pull the full-backs out of position so that the attacking midfielders can have space to run in behind, because you've got a gap in between the centre-back and the full-back if the wingers are there stretching the pitch. So in possession as well, the back line stays incredibly high, and he wants his team to be aggressive without the ball. So they like to press high, and they like to win the ball high as well. And they like to go man for man in the press as well. Of course, their star man is Mohamed Salah. He has picked up 2 goals and 1 assist in the first 2 games of the Premier League season. He set a new Premier League record by scoring for the 9th time on the opening day of the Premier League season, and that's eclipsing Rooney, Shearer and Lampard as well. What a stat for Mohamed Salah to be picking up the most goals, to be scoring for a record 9th time on the opening day of the season. And in terms of Manchester United, they have completed the signing of Manuel Ugarte and Sekou Kone. McTominay has gone to Napoli, and Sancho looks like as if he's on his way to Chelsea in a loan to obligation to buy deal. In terms of Scott McTominay, I mentioned before, I don't think he's necessarily good enough to be starting week in, week out for Manchester United. I wouldn't have minded if he stayed and just played a kind of a squad role with limited minutes, but I'm thinking that he's looking for He's looking for first team opportunities. He's looking to play every match. He's looking to kind of progress his career, and because he's in the prime of his career, and if he's not playing every game at Manchester United, then you know what, you might as well move. But the Scotland international did appear 250 times. 255 times for the club after being handed his debut by Jose Mourinho against Arsenal in 2017, and there were many highlights for him as well, as he gave it all for his boyhood club and earned the respect and trust of each of his managers as well. Scott became an important cog in midfield and of course enjoyed some unforgettable moments, lifting the Carabao Cup and the Emirates FA Cup since Erik ten Hag took charge in 2022. So one goal that means a lot to fans was shortly before the country was forced into lockdown due to COVID, and that was a long-range effort in the Old Trafford rain that sealed an emotional 2-0 Derby Day victory over Manchester City in 2022. Everyone remembers that. That was the game before we went into lockdown. So McTominay, of his 29 senior goals for the Reds, a career high 10 came last term, with the late brace to turn home the match with Brentford on its head, bringing the house down at Old Trafford. Manchester United were losing that game 1-0 against Brentford, and Scott McTominay scored in the 93rd and in the 97th minute to give Manchester United all 3 points. So we wish Scott all the best, and hopefully he tears up Serie A in Italy, playing with Lukaku and I think Billy Gilmour as well. He's gone there as well. So I think it's a good signing for Napoli. He's a decent player, but I wouldn't mind it if he stayed at Manchester United. But if he's looking for more first team opportunities, then it is the right move for him. In terms of Sekou Kone, he is another midfielder that Manchester United have signed. I don't think he's going to be playing too many first team opportunities, and he's going to be kind of in the academy as he's given time to settle into life in Manchester as well. And finally, the main signing on deadline day was the signing of Manuel Ugarte. He has signed a contract until June 2029 with the option to extend for a further year. Ugarte is 23 years old, and he won the league and cup double with PSG before playing every game at Copa America and being named in the team of the tournament, taking his tally of international caps 2022. And this is the main stat for Ugarte. Since start of the 2022-2023 season, Ugarte has averaged the second highest number of tackles per 90 in Europe's major leagues. That is a very good stat for Manchester United, because they are lacking that kind of midfield destroyer and that midfielder who's going to be winning the ball high and pressing high, and who's going to be kind of winning the ball back and winning possession with his tackles and stuff. He's also a very good long passer as well, so he is able to pick out the wingers from a kind of deep position. So I think it's a very good signing for Manchester United, and we'll see how that goes as well. Dan Ashworth has said that signing Manuel was another one of our primary targets for the summer. He is among the very best ball-winning midfielders in the world and has an excellent record at both club and international level. His qualities, experience and passion will be a great complement to our strong group of midfielders. United only have four first team midfielders at the moment. You've got Mainu, you've got Ugarte of course now, you've got Eriksen, and you've got Casemiro. And I don't think that's enough squad depth there. I don't think Eriksen and Casemiro are necessarily good enough anymore. I think they need to be moved on. They're old as well, and their legs have gone. So I think United need kind of to refresh that midfield options and kind of have more options in midfield. If I look at the Manchester United squad, in terms of the squad and how many players we have, and how many players I think need to go or aren't good enough anymore. I'm looking at the likes of Lindelof, Maguire, Mount. I don't think it's good enough. Malacia is too injury prone. Eriksen, Casemiro, Anthony, Shaw, Evans. That is 9 first team players who, in my opinion, are either injury prone, aren't good enough, or are too old now to be kind of playing for Manchester United. And to be quite honest with you, to be frank with you, they need to be moved on. And that's 9 first team players. So Man United have done a decent bit of business this transfer window by bringing in Mazraoui, De Ligt, Xerxes, Lenny Yoro, Manuel Ugarte. That's 5 kind of first team signings there, but they also have, in my opinion, 9 first team players who simply aren't good enough to be playing for Manchester United. I genuinely don't understand why they signed Mason Mount. I mean, he's been injured last season. He's also out for this game as well because he's picked up another injury. So it's just not looking good for like Mason Mount. I don't understand why they signed him, to be honest with you. So that's 9 first team players, in my opinion, that need to be replaced, moved on, simply because they're not good enough, or they're too old, their contracts run out, or their legs have gone. So yeah, hopefully Man United can kind of give Erik ten Hag the time to do a squad rebuild and get what he wants. But in terms of the Liverpool game, in terms of team news, like I said, Højlund is out. Lindelof is out. Malacia, Shaw, and Lenny Yoro are all out. Mason Mount is also out as well. So that's quite a lot of players out as well. It's not looking good in terms of injuries. It's kind of reminding me of last season with how many injuries they had as well. But Man United, they still need to kind of the squad still needs more squad depth. They need to, like I said, that's nine in my opinion, 9 first team players that need to be moved on, simply because they're not good enough. Their legs have gone, and they're too old. So yeah. In terms of Manchester United though, in terms of this game against Liverpool, coming back to the game against Liverpool, I do think that Manchester United are going to be lining up in a 4-2-3-1 formation. This is my starting 11 for the game against Liverpool. You've got obviously Onana in net, Mazraoui, De Ligt. I hope De Ligt starts ahead of Maguire. I don't think Maguire is good enough anymore. I think he needs to be moved on. Hopefully he doesn't get a new contract or anything. I think he's 31 and I just think he needs to be moved on right now. Martinez at left centre back, Diego Dalot at left back. The left back is a kind of a little bit of an issue as well, because you've got 2 first team left backs that are out still, Luke Shaw and Malacia. Malacia, I don't know when the last time was when I actually saw him play for Manchester United. I do think that United need a left back as well as some more squad depth in central midfield as well. But in midfield, I've got Casemiro and Mainu starting. Then in the forward positions, I've got Diallo on the right, Bruno Fernandes in the number 10 position, Marcus Rashford on the left, and Xerxes up front. I think Garnacho is a little bit unfortunate to not be in my starting 11, simply because I do believe he had good games when he came off the bench. The bench against Fulham and Brighton. Unfortunately, he did have a goal disallowed against Brighton because it came off Joshua Xerxes' knee, but that's just the way it goes. They're the rules, and Xerxes was in an offside position. So that's my starting lineup against Liverpool. I do hope that we see De Ligt be given his full debut and Xerxes be given his full debut. And so that's my starting lineup. In terms of how you beat Liverpool, is you got to exploit them defensively. In terms of their defensive weakness, who is Trent Alexander-Arnold. I don't think he's he's not a good right back defensively. He's very good at going forward, don't get me wrong. His crosses are really good, and his link-up play from central midfield, when he inverts into the centre of the pitch and kind of plays as a central midfielder, that is very good as well. But defensively, I don't think Alexander-Arnold is good enough defensively, and I do think that whoever plays on the left, whether it's Marcus Rashford, whether it's Garnacho, I do think that they can find space in behind Trent Alexander-Arnold, especially on the transition. Liverpool are going to be looking to dominate the ball. I think they are going to be looking to kind of impose themselves at Old Trafford and be looking to dominate ball possession and be looking to dominate the game in terms of ball possession and kind of the tempo of the game. If Manchester United are able to win the ball in their defensive third and then transition quickly and find the likes of Marcus Rashford in behind the left hand side, when Trent Alexander-Arnold is out of position, I do think that Manchester United can find a lot of joy in this game. But that just depends on if Manchester United are able to win the ball quickly and if their if their through ball is good enough to stretch that Liverpool backline. Even though Manchester United are at Old Trafford, I do expect Liverpool to dominate the ball. I do expect Liverpool to dominate ball possession, simply because I don't think Manchester United have good enough midfielders in Mainu and Casemiro, especially Casemiro, to kind of hold the ball against a side like Liverpool. I do think that Manchester United kind of need better ball playing midfielders. Mainu is good, but he's kind of young still and a little bit experienced. Casemiro is kind of old now. He's 31 years old, I think, and I don't think he's got the legs kind of to be playing at the top level right now. So in terms of how you beat them, you got to make the most of the counter-attacking opportunities that you're going to get, especially, like I said, when you win the ball back, transition the ball quickly, quick passes through the thirds when they're not set defensively. Like when Liverpool have possession, they play in a 2-3-5 formation in the opposition half when Liverpool have possession. So if like I said, the full-backs push into midfield, if Man United are able to win the ball back in their defensive third, then transition quickly, they can have a lot of joy. But like I said, also, a team is most vulnerable when they lose possession because they are not in position, they are not set up defensively, they are all out of position. So if Man United are able to win the ball back and then play it quickly through the thirds, to the likes of Rashford and possibly Amad Diallo, then I do think they can have a lot of joy in this game. However, I don't think Manchester United are going to win this game. I am a Man United fan, but I am a realistic Manchester United fan. I don't think United are going to win the league, like I mentioned in my previous videos, and I don't think they're going to finish in the top 4 either, simply because I do believe City, Arsenal, Liverpool, Chelsea and Spurs have better squad depth than Manchester United, and I do believe that they are better in terms of kind of playing football and kind of setting up than Manchester United. Man United did finish 8th last season, and just by signing five players, I don't think that's enough to be kind of getting into the top 4. So I do think the highest Manchester United are going to finish is 6th this season, and this is why I am predicting Manchester United are going to lose this game 2-0. I believe Salah and Jota are going to get on the score sheet, and Liverpool are going to win this game comfortably 2-0. Hopefully I am proved wrong. Hopefully Manchester United do pick up the win, and hopefully I'm proved wrong. I'm a Man United fan, of course, but I'm not going to be predicting that Man United are going to win every single game of football. That's just unrealistic. So I do believe United are going to be losing this game 2-0. Hopefully I'm proved wrong, and hopefully Man United do pick up all 3 points against Liverpool. It would be a great result to bounce back after that disappointing defeat against Brighton, but I don't think it's going to happen. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. Please leave a like, comment and subscribe, and I'll catch you after the game.